Thank you so much, Trace. Yes, we have a fantastic game. Myself, Machine, Henry G, residing, FaZe Clan, and G2. Oh, it is glorious. We were just reflecting before the mics went live, Henry, and we have been given a gift of a G2 in form heading into a home crowd quarter-final. I mean, they're going to hope that we can get the performance we know they're capable of.
I really hope so. I want them to step up. I said it before. On home soil, it feels that they don't really ever perform in the big games. They can get to this playoffs, and it feels like that's where it all falls apart. Want to see them go further. Big fan of what they're doing right now, but FaZe is going to be a difficult team to take down here. Still a 5-on-5 for now, focusing towards Ivy, but Rain won't be focused on it for very long. It's a great shot from Jax. That PD-50 coming out and doing great damage. Olofmeister doesn't stand much of a chance. They're ducking and weaving so many players in his direction. He does commit to the left-hand side peak, though. Smoke coming through, and this is looking good for G2. They're not overreacting. They're going to stick together, but here comes Nico, and we know what he's capable of.
Oh my goodness, he's just thrown a spanner into the works. It's a big one. Jax, however, does respond elsewhere. He does have that P250, and he's making it work. And Sharks connects onto Guardian. Suddenly, a winnable round. The damage Nico done now, equalized. Plenty of time. They are all around this outside bomb site. Shox is hoping to find a FaZe back turned. He goes for a walk through E-box, swings all off. Does get tagged up towards Connector, but still, Jax is low. This is all on Shox. He's got to try and whittle away at that FaZe Clan health. And it doesn't look like he's quite found it yet. In the meantime, Jax, he's just the supporting act. He doesn't want to have to go down right now. He's got the bomb. He's already got 2 kills. It's on Shoxy. And there goes Jax.
That is absolutely massive. That should be a Shoxy needs both headshots here. He delivers in the open. No bomb required there, Alex. The old master finishes the round off in style. That's fantastic work from him, and G2, a much-needed pistol round, I would say, comes right down to the wire. We've been saying Shox has been looking decent in 2019. I've really enjoyed that final couple of shots from him. It looks so good. Look at this, opening kills from FaZe and buckets and spades there, but it's Shoxy. A couple of kills to close it out. Maybe overextending. They are challenging at the same time. He's just done a very, very good job there. It will be the force buy in response from FaZe Clan. We know the scouts, Alex. Yeah. They do a lot of damage on train. And we're going to see Guardian and Olofmeister wield them here.
Amanex already got a scout bullet lodged in his shoulder blade, and Shox a similar fate. Both of them tagged up early. You said they can do damage. There's a demonstration. Very, very solid start into the second round for FaZe Clan. Keeps them tagged. Keeps this round within their reach. Nico's got some aggressive ground covered towards T-Con, and that's going to give him information, especially should he push where it hurts. Amanex going to step and give them the info that they might be going towards the inner site. That's going to allow FaZe Clan to adapt.
Massive advantage for G2 in terms of the weaponry, but FaZe with a very strong read. And it might be the inside player. We have the scouts rotating in. Neo, close range. He's got that P250 and an HE grenade, looking to do damage with that. Oh, it could work out perfectly here, Alex. He could actually hit all 5. Throw it now, Neo. Get it in there, my son. In it goes. He's done a massive line of damage. And here we go. The scouts starting to connect.
So low. Look at them. Kenny, Shox, Jax, they can barely get to the site without falling over. 9 HP for Jax. That's the lowest with the Mac-10. Neo, though, does fall on the cross, and that's still Jax. Does a lot with a little, certainly with the HP. But with bomb down now, the numbers certainly do favor this retake from FaZe Clan. A couple of bullets would do, but it's positions that will determine the fate of this round. Nico and Shox having somewhat of a duel towards ramp. In the meantime, Kenny does manage to equalize, and there they are. That's the frags they were looking for. One with the deagle from Nico and Rain, Guardian Scout. He connected at the start, he connects at the end.
Yeah, the Scout, you're not necessarily looking exclusively for the headshots. Obviously, they're very beneficial, Alex, but it's getting those tagged and setting up the pistol players, and some nice HE grenades, apparently, from Neo will do a lot of damage on a map like Train. The Force Spies always seem to do great work, and FaZe answer back quickly after losing the pistol there. I can't even begin to explain how perfect the HE was from Neo. It landed at the feet of 5 players after they hit the Scout as well. It's Nico coming in with the backstab and the deagle. Not the craziest headshot, but the shot that really matters there to secure the round, and there will be a force buy in response. Surely, this is G2 we're talking about here. I'm eating my words.
Okay, yes, stop.
They're not even going to go for it. They're going to actually just take the P250, no armor, no grenades. Normally in today's game, you will always see an answer back.
Look at these two teams. If there were 2 teams I'd say are comfortable as force buys, it would be FaZe and G2. We are in for a brawl.
But it's been one of their main criticisms for the last year or so. I feel like maybe this is them trying to just change their game up a little and win with the skill and kind of coordination and practice they've done instead of trying to steal rounds away constantly due to just individual performances.
Yeah, a recent headline from Kenny S. He says, we're at a period, perhaps shocks myself, in which we need consistency as a team. Consistency doesn't come from force buy.
It does not. You need sustainable rounds, which are full gun rounds. You need Kenny with an AWP. The last year I've casted him, right? I'm sure everyone who's listening has heard me just be so frustrated. It's been like round 12 on maps like Train where he gets the AWP out because they keep force buying. They keep having to get him on rifles. They need to focus on their strengths, and finally we're seeing that. And that's not
strong.
bad. They are still hitting shots without the armor. It's Jax with the Desert Eagle that takes all off Meister at the start, and they're heading towards inside. So this has gone perfectly so far for the French. They've pulled a rotation from inside. Indeed, and Neo's alone, and he has the Galil, the worst of all the rifles, but good incendiary.
Yeah, that is going to keep them at bay. That's actually going to solve so many problems. If he didn't have that flame in a can, he could have been in a spot of bother. He's even managed to get Nico in prime position. Jax keeps going. Five frags for this man, and he's not done. Amanek charges towards Connector. They have nothing, but now they've got everything. The bomb's down. Everyone's still standing. Just Guardian and Neo. Kit on Neo. Weapons on FaZe Clan. This is going to be a tough one. Kenny already gone. Towards heaven, the ladder is climbed. There is a smoke for that bomb. So things aren't impossible for FaZe, but oh so difficult. G2, they've done the lion's share of the work already. Guardian tagged and fragged. Shox gets that. It's looking good. It's looking oh so good. And Montpellier, they're not complaining. With nothing, G2 fight back.
That is an eco. That wasn't even a deco. They had P250s, one Desert Eagle, get the opening kill towards Ivy. The design there was, once we get a kill, we're going to pull a rotation, we'll try and get the bomb down inside. That was looking so good. Neo shut it down, but maybe he actually cost them the round, and obviously not directly, but he sends them towards outside. All these crazy shots start to land, and it's G2 just answering back in emphatic fashion. Look at this from Jax towards the connector. That's Nico he's taken down, who had an AK-47, by the way. That's insane. What a round. We're going to have a massive game here as Rain will be dropped. AWP for Kenny S, nice and early. That's what you want to see. Nico has been removed from the equation. It's going to be a 5 versus 3. Neo, unless he gets a couple of kills here, they've got no chance. From the backtracks, Olaf will find one, but I don't think his backup with Guardian and that scout will have enough to tackle G2 here. I'm liking this, Alex. I've casted so many G2 games once they get to this stage of the tournament, and that's when it starts to fall apart. But they are looking red hot today, and that's the kind of shot you want to see.
He's so quick. He found a way in. He got the first frag, and of course connects onto Guardian. This one is all tied up and with a bow on it for the French. A little red, white, and blue bow.
Oh, yes.
It's gorgeous. Maybe a baguette alongside it. My goodness. Jokes aside, French baguette is fire. In the mornings, spread of butter. Life is good. Not so much for Olaf, of course. He's trying to keep hold of a scout and Kevlar. Like he's got another plan for that, though. I mean, you just painted such a fantastic picture that getting an AWP into Kenny's hands is important. They win a ridiculous round, all courtesy of Jax, by the way. I want to make sure we point all of that praise towards him. He was given that deagle, and he managed to make a whole round out of that.
Yeah.
But they get the AWP in Kenny's hands. They don't lose, but they lose one man, and they're 3-1 up. This is the start they were looking for.
I've been speaking to Kenny a lot recently, and the feedback he's going to give me in terms of his individual players, he's not the player he used to be in terms of, he's not the most mechanically skilled AWPer anymore, but he's still up there. He's still in the conversation. He's had the reel in his game. He can't just be jumping out and killing absolutely everyone. He has to use his brain more, use those positions. I love that little zoom in on the replay as well, by the way. That's really cool to see how accurate and precise he is. It's going to be the full eco, though, from FaZe. And remember, on the T side of Train here, and a 4-1 scoreline for G2, there's certain underdogs here.
I love this.
And this is a lovely style. This is what we call the tank stack outside. You set this up and you can have 5 players. It's actually decent for like maybe 2 or 3 kills. It can be very effective. It's really cool. So
they're all hanging out, hoping that Amanek got the invite to the party on T2. And so, waiting game. I love rounds like this because you know that G2, they're aware of fun and games, and this is a perfect example of when you do see teams clearing corners and waiting until the 20th second mark to actually commit to a site when they know the money's bad, when they don't know if there's a force buy in play. Look at this, very patient. They want to check for any fun and games.
It's
this
novel.
This is fun and games.
It's novel, sure, but it can work. The thing is, Amanek, oh god,
he's going to get them all.
I've never seen a 5-man split on that. Please,
Are you ready?
Let's go.
Amanek, he whirs up the chainsaw. It's
Here it
what?
goes.
It's not only one. Rain gets it. Fortunately for him, Shox is going to be able to there just create a bit of a painful corridor. And that will be the end of that one. Guardian just running away. He does actually get the AK, though.
Can you imagine the feeling if you walk around in their stack, they're not looking in that direction, you just get 5
Boom,
clean
boom, boom,
kills.
boom, boom.
I've never seen it before. I was really hoping it was going to happen then. But either way, 4-1. Just to reiterate, this is the pick of G2. We move on to Dust 2 next, which, sure, sounds like a map G2 might be really good at. They're actually not. They drop up. They're very turbulent on it. They can look very, very good if Kenny
good
turns
teams
up.
as well.
Exactly, but they have got some unstable results in it. It's the home turf for FaZe, but we know their T-sides are lacking a little bit on that map. They have vulnerabilities. We're getting a bit ahead of ourselves, but I'm just saying with G2, I'm liking this so far. This is a very strong start. It's round 6, and there is an AWP for Guardian, of course, but here he comes, the big man himself. A bit of a resurgence in 2019. We're going to see if he can open things up from Pop Dog.
Caught by Guardian, wins the duel. That's the first time Guardian's been able to fight back. AWP versus AWP, mano el mano. Just floating through the brown halls. Rain's going to be given the responsibility to hold Pop. Get a whole lot of info if they don't walk. Looks like they were. Lucky quick on the key. And so here it comes into inner, and Neo's the first to receive. No nades this time. It's going to come down to his placement. On the side, Amanek gets shut down as well. This is going so well from Neo. 3 frags, and they are locked out of this round.
Yeah, lucky. This is in a compromised position. I want to comment on Neo's anchor role within this FaZe team. I wasn't believing him when he first joined. I definitely was one of the cynics, but as the weeks go by and we see more and more tournaments, he seems like his play is so cerebral. He's not going for the really impressive quick doubles here and there. He's getting 1 kill. He's repositioning. He's allowing rotations to come through. That's exactly what you want from your anchor, and his aim is looking sharper than ever. I think this looks fantastic from him. Look how perfect this is. He rotates, hasn't taken any damage. He hasn't given away a bomb plant. This is how you hold inside a train, and he's got FaZe their second round cleanly. As we enter round number 7 here, it's going to be Kenny S with the AWP double AWP set up. It's Olaf Meister with the second, and a faster approach from G2. They're going to be focusing towards that IV area, seeing if they can push back any potential AWP on the other side. That will be Olaf, and he'll fall back towards the hitch. So they've shown presence. Bomb still down in T spawn, so that might just be them displaying one of their defaults for an inside execution at this point, I would say. Yeah,
displaying a whole lot of faith as well. The fact that both of those AWPs went outside initially. I think Guardian has rotated back in, given the absence of a fast G2 push.
Yeah, they do need to operate quite quickly there. We did see what they did. A couple of Molotovs and smokes, a few shots, but Nico, full main control. He knows he's going to be an inside player. So Guardian's in position. Huge advantage for FaZe. They have the intel, but can they hit the shots?
Guardian, well, he answers that question very swiftly. There's 2 more to find, though. Jack's gone. He's going to try and find a bit of a safer angle so he can fall back should he not connect. And that's the angle connecting. Lucky's low. Can't jump off now, and Nico's going to absolutely confirm that. So 5 versus 3, and this is an awkward situation for G2. Now you're saying, like, they know what we wanted to do, we can't, what do we do? 50 seconds, and every member of FaZe healthy, and with a whole lot of info. This looks almost impossible. You need a hero to step up.
It just wasn't convincing enough, Alex. Just a couple of smokes and no damage received on the FaZe side. Unless you feel proper pressure and you've got someone down to low HP or an AWP's in a compromised spot, no one's going to rotate to help him out. You throw 1 smoke, go towards inside. It was no problem at all. What the hell is that, though? Kenny S on the ladder. No scope to the face of Rain. And now they do have a chance in the round, but not much. 15 seconds remain. They do go back towards inside. Guardian's hitting at least one of these. No problem the first. Good reposition for the second to guarantee no plant here, but that's not going to happen either way. Neo playing so well right now, Alex.
He didn't have to do much more. He'd achieved it all just by deciding to stay there. Gets another kill. The bomb's definitely not going to be going down. Kenny wants to keep hold of his AWP, and Nico's on the hunt, but no cigar.
That's what you want from Neo. He could have swung out, closed out quickly. He wants to win the round with everyone staying alive. That's what you need from these in-game leaders. He's not the star player of this squad anymore. He is just going to be the brains of the operation, and that's just being displayed inside time and time again. Very good stuff from him. 4-3. Timeout now. G2 starting to feel the pressure as their money is whittled down further and further. We do have an AWP for Kenny S. He'll be bringing that into the next round here. We'll see whether he's able to use it effectively. They do have enough money to buy around it. You can see the coach now chiming in. They've had a fantastic start, 4 rounds. Sure, it's not ideal, but it's enough and a half. They want to be aiming for like 6, 7. That would be a great scoreline for them. FaZe now still with Olaf Meister on that secondary AWP, who has been finding great success with weapons like the AUG, bringing the sniper into his game as well. Like, he's not the rifler he used to be, right? But he has managed to find a way to be super relevant, super important in this team with different play styles. He used to be iconic for B player, Banana, for example, right? Now he plays a pair, more static position, but he plays it so well. His style has had to change, but he's still an absolute legend of the game.
Yeah, styles shift, but class is forever. Nice work from Liko. Does catch Lucky on a bit of an early aggressive maneuver. Amanek with a Mac 10. That's Neo. He steps out of line and Amanek punishes him. No longer the safe hands on the B site. This is going to create a gap, and Kenny's looking to exploit it. Bye-bye Guardian. And now he can push in. Kenny's looking to gather ground. This is what you expect. When you know you've got that player early, when you know the rotate's still in transition, try and get as far up as you can. He has the AWP, he doesn't need to, and he doesn't need to move a muscle. Nico's walked into his crosshair as well.
There it is. This is looking great. Kenny S wants a bit more of the action. I think that will do, though. Down to 4 HP, 2 kills to his name. They're being a little bit overzealous here, though, Alex. 3 on 2, still very possible for FaZe to win this. They've got enough resources to justify a retake here as well. AWP on Olaf Meister, but they do need a quick kill in the next 5 seconds or so.
Kenny's playing for that defuse. He wants to stop it. Just on the edge of the smoke, Olaf gets an elevator ground. They're on the bomb, they're defusing, and Olaf just babysitting. He needs to catch it, he can't. And he've turned it around. FaZe Clan with the defuse in the smoke. Olaf kept him so safe and sound, my goodness. And G2, that looked like a guarantee until Rain and Olaf showed up.
Yeah, that's a gut punch there. Kenny has had to work so hard to give them those initial kills. Like we saw, Neo pushing towards the inside ramp. That's not a mistake by him. It's just a change of pace. We want to see whether he can actually get that first pick. He's been very passive so far, but anything but for Olaf Meister there. We said they needed that quick kill. P250 on Kenny S, the low HP player, and then P250 to close it out as well. That was absolutely wonderful. He is firing on all cylinders right now. We go 4-4, round 9, and we've got an AK-47 for Shox. That's about it. The hero purchase here to see whether he can open things up. And he'll have to do a lot of work here against FaZe, who are looking unbelievably sharp right now, Alex.
Olaf got 4 in that round, and he'd lost almost all of his team before he started to frag. Incredible retake. AWP, P250 rifle. I think he just went through the entire smorgasbord of Counter-Strike weaponry in order to find the 4th. So we find ourselves equal. Certainly not in buy coming into round 9. And I want to see what that Shox hero AK can do. He's been patient with it. Nothing audacious off the bat.
Just to know, so Neo, you saw him with his incendiary out ready and waiting. Yeah. He didn't actually have to throw his initially. He's got his teammates backing him up. He still holds onto his utility, just trying to buy time as much as he possibly can at this stage. Funnel them towards outside if possible. And that seems to be the case. He got the intel through that utility, and now 3 players head towards Ivy and Olaf Meister. He's wanting to challenge that position as well. No AWP coming just yet, but there is the hand cannon. And
Not
that's
again.
done enough. It's Jax once more taking out Olaf Meister. That's insane.
Last time G2 won a round like this, it started with a Jax Deagle, now another, and another one! G2 just charge on in here. What can you do? 5 man still standing, they scavenge the weapons, the bomb is down, it's the dream round from the French.
That is just a classic textbook French round. That's it.
Nonsense.
French Counter-Strike personified in round number 9 there. Just pushing in towards Ivy, one deeging everyone, pouncing on top of the bomb site. And we do have the timeout for FaZe as they have to pick up the pieces here.
Oh,
you can't.
man.
It's not like they've done anything wrong. They haven't really made a mistake. They've just held their positions and got absolutely wrecked there. That's what we love to see from teams like G2. It's been missing for so damn long, Alex. And it looks like we might be getting it back now.
And the answer, Amanek, Lucky, Jax, Kenny and Shox, of course, a partnership we've seen intermittently throughout the entirety of their Counter-Strike careers, but Lucky, Jax, Amanek. G2, a perfect way to encapsulate bringing the old with the new, and this is Jax doing it again. Oh, God!
It's so filthy as well. He's got an AWP, remember, on the other side there. He's waiting for that peak, and he's just been absolutely wrecked. And the hero, okay, we said it was going to be influential. I didn't think it'd be the Deagle to open things up like that. And you can see Olaf's like, well, what can he say about that one?
All right, then.
When you open it, bro, it's like, yeah, but I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
Just forget about it,
Please
guys.
don't ask me about that one.
Just want to move on, and let's have a nice little eco here. Just calm things down, as Nico will be getting on top of the blue train by main entrance here. Not really much purchased at all. No armor, no nades, just a couple of PT50s. That is it. 2 kills here would be a successful round.
All SMGs for G2 to bound in and start farming frags. Instead, they just want to keep this one safe, and I think this is a perfect hold from Lucky. He's expecting the aggression, and he does receive it. The dink, though.
It's a bit of self-preservation there with the Molotov. Make sure no one flies up behind him. Wants to ensure he's safe. He's done the hard work. He's got the kill. Sure, it was close, but he hasn't given away a rifle. That's the most important thing.
Jax continues to extend it. He actually replaces his fallen comrade, Lucky. And so, yeah, this should be an open and shut case. But G2, this is T's side train we're talking about. Teams can get caught out, get locked out. And the fact of the matter is that G2, they had such a strong start now. They can throw caution to the wind. They're starting to nurture quite the bank. They're going to be able to take all of these weapons through. Juicy. And that's the conclusion we were expecting. 6-4 then, G2. They didn't lose a single man to those scary P250s.
And that's always good news.
It is, certainly is.
For my mental health, for theirs, for everyone's really.
Yeah, your vocal cords, stress.
But round 11 coming through, and FaZe, they're struggling here. This is the pick of the Frenchman, but FaZe comfortable on this map. Guardian on the AWP. We've got a couple of orgs now, and it'll be interesting to see if Nico wants to pick it up more. He's gone for the M4. It's been a bit of a talking point this week. The first event, he's experimented with it. Not for now, though. M4 for him and Rain. And inside positioning from G2. They found that early success when Neo pushed it once. I don't think he'll ever do that again.
I was about to say, I don't think I've seen him do it again.
Once bitten, twice shy, I think it would be the expression there. But for now, 1 minute 30, bomb down by PopDog. They've actually got 2 players towards inside. That's Neo and Guardian right now. The latter with the sniper, of course, towards the upper ramp. Neo focusing towards lower, nice defensive spot. Good for 1 kill, falling back. Olaf is a little bit rattled towards Ivy right now. You can see him changing up the playstyle, not going for kills right now. As soon as he detects a threat, drop a smoke back, buying time, 4 rotations, and actually getting inside the Ivy now. Taking a lot of damage though, Alex. Down to 4 HP as Rain is dropped by Kenny. He's
a little bit locked in there as well. He's going to use the smoke to escape. In the meantime, Nico using a smoke to aggress. 2 towards PopDog. They're actually going to try and boost into this little gap in the door. I'm not sure whether or not they can see too much. Just the top of the trains until it fades. Nice little bit of innovation. Nico will have that duel on PopDog when Lucky chooses to take that fight. Lucky, here he comes, takes Guardian, expecting a trade, and it arrives. Neo ensures that. Oh, Kenny caught with a knife on his hand, Orp on his back. Nico finds it, and now 3 versus 3. Shocks from Ivy arrives, does damage. It's not enough, and Jax, he can maybe punish on that. He knows he's E-box, but Nico keeping him safe and sound. He's got an Orp, he misses the shot. That was his chance from Amanek. He could have had an opportunity to make that clutch a bit more of a reality, but not to be, and so 5-6.
Yeah, nice work from FaZe, but I'm not too happy with the coordination of G2. Opening picks found there, pressure applied. It felt like too many solo duels and commitments coming in with no trade potential there. But still, FaZe, scrappy round, but they managed to keep 3 players alive. They're very low HP, unlucky for the French. It was Kenny S. Was this straight up wallbang? Please don't tell me that's where I went down. That's disgusting.
Grief.
Straight up. He does get a lot of the wallbangs on train, but that one is particularly filthy. Nico as well, nice finish. It's going to be round 12 here. Both teams pretty much fully equipped, back in the double AWP setup. But this time, Nico's taking it upon himself to be the AWP. Olaf Meister down at the server once again. And do they commit off this, or do they want to fall back into a default and wait for reactions?
That was so tough for Olaf. You've seen, we've got to capture all of his attempts to hold Ivy. He has been deagled when he had an AWP. He has been flashed when he had a molly. He has
the thing is, he has 9 frags. He's having a great game. Every time he's in towards Ivy and they go there, that's when it's going wrong for him. He's been deagled there twice. He's been wrecked by Nico's base in
sprays through smoke.
It's a difficult one, but he's still playing very well. When he gets the opportunities, at least he's hitting all the shots as they posture towards inside. Now we have 4 players there. Very basic execution. Do you want to telegraph this one too much? 1 smoke, 1 flash, get the trades going.
In they charge. Rain, nice to receive onto Jax. 2 more there, and Neo's doing exactly what he does. 2, 3.
Wow.
That's the lucky one. In more ways than one. Just Amanek though, and he is just late to the party. The cake's all gone. The balloons are a little flat. And Nico, he is looking fantastic. 6-6 now.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. We mentioned this earlier. Neo just seems to have mastered that inside area. Back in the VP days, it was Taz that played that position. Probably one of the most iconic roles for him ever within VP. It was always strong. It was always a couple of kills. Now Neo taking a leaf out of that book and just looking fantastic with the AWP. Always in a nice spot. Always trying to take attention away from his teammates and buying time for rotations. That's the most important thing. If you're getting 3 kills as well, yeah, I'll take it all day long. But the way he plays it is really, really strong right now as we get into round number 30. 30.
The only time Neo has actually, quote-unquote, lost the sight was
Yep.
when he did that aggressive push and got caught out
Sure.
off guard. Every other time, he has got more than one, which is exactly what you need on that inner hold. It's quite impressive, though, and still hard for me to process that one man being left on that site is the strategy, is the meta, when you could throw that entire G2 roster at him.
Yeah, and that will be enough now for me at least. G2 won't touch inside for the last few rounds here. They're going to focus outside. I feel like that's a bit of a fortress. You've got Guardian and Neo playing like that. They're not getting any plans towards outside of the map. They're going to focus towards outside. They have not forced into this round, but that's not necessarily a problem. They've got that Jax, Deagle, Mac 10s, and maybe just an inside rush here, trying to focus on Neo and see if they can take him down, but they've got bigger problems here. Guardian hits the first shot, but no kill.
Oh, he's caught.
And it is a massive surprise.
This is the first time since the last we saw Neo get caught off guard, and look what happens. G2, they're finally on the inner sight. We didn't expect it, and neither did FaZe Clan. That bomb's not down, though. Some of the hard work still to come for the French, especially given the weapons they have. It's 2 SMGs, just the Deagle Rain. He's playing the waiting game. There's one so close. Lucky just off guard, and the bomb still yet to cross towards that bomb train. Kenny connects onto Olof. The patience from Lucky's rewarded, and now the bomb can go down. Nico, he's too far away.
Well, apparently, Alex, they're not scared of inside whatsoever. I suppose the inside execution-based default rounds weren't working out for them. Neo's handling it so well. Why don't we just throw some Mac 10s in his way and see what happens then?
He was pulling out a nade. He wasn't ready.
That's a really great call from Shock, Sam. That was fantastic. The fact that they knew the way that's being played right now with the all combo crossfire, if you can catch them off guard, all it takes is one kill. And I've always said it. Mac 10 to CZ has snowball potential, right? And that turned into an avalanche very, very quickly. Lucky gets the final kill. G2 with 7, FaZe with 6. And these are really frustrating rounds to give up. They're fully equipped up against Mac 10s, and they've lost 2 or 3 of those now, as G2 will break the back of FaZe once again. It's round 14. Might need another timeout because it's pick your poison. Do you take the eco at this point and focus on the last round and have a bigger percentage of winning that? Or do you force buy and try and steal the round away and win the half? It looks like they've gone for the eco
conservative approach.
Yeah, just one scout, a P250, a Deagle, no armor, no nades. And so you're going to let G2 win the half at this point. I say that? You never know.
Just be careful. We've seen what G2 have done with nothing. FaZe absolutely capable of doing the same. However, this is the CT side. It does require a different approach. Olof picking up that scout. He wants to try and soften them up to hope that, say, Deagle, P250, Spicy Rain, USP Dink can be converted. Neo, he's trying to sneak. The Molly is going to take him down, just last step away from survival, but Jax gets it with the flames, and so 5 versus 4. They are on the eco. For those of you listening on the wireless.
Or in black and white television.
Yeah. I'm almost certain I could tell they were on an eco if it was black and white.
You never know, because the skins might be different, you know? You won't be able to tell what stickers they've got on, who is playing exactly this. Kenny S, another nice job. And this going through the motions, I don't think there'll be too much to report, as unless he gives up his orb. These sort of rounds, the one thing I will say is use the buddy system, Alex. Like you and I, stay together at all times. If anyone goes down, pick them right back up again. You can make sure there's no rifles given away as they smoke towards the left side. That's a great shot, and that's what I'm talking about. Instant trade potential. Don't give a rifle away. Sure, they're going to get fragged. It's FaZe Clan. It's going to happen. But you just got to make sure you're there to react together and win together. It's going to be 8-6. FaZe took the eco there. They will not have enough for an AWP, I believe. Actually, Rain will be the one to purchase it. He'll have to drop for Guardian. I want to check on his stats. He's hit some good shots, but Alex, he's 4-10 on the CT side of Train when they're down 8-6 here. Now, normally we wouldn't talk about that too much, but it's Guardian, one of the most iconic snipers of all time in CSGO. It's Train, an AWP's paradise, and he doesn't seem to have much of a look in here.
He's had issues having impact, but that's because all of the attention early is not coming out of anywhere other than Ivy. If they're going in then that's a tough fight for him. There's smokes, there's Molotovs, and there's a Neo who's killing all of them, but let's see how he holds this one for now. Jumping for info, and well, G2, they're going to be sneaking their way down towards Pop. Where do you go from here? It's an Ivy and Pop Dog pincer. No CT info so far from Neo. He hasn't pushed up ramp, hasn't given it the all clear. In fact, you can see he's just slicing for info. Just going to be trying to catch a glimpse of a French foot. He won't, because they are on their way. Rain and Olof, the same. They're looking to close towards Pop, have that really tight angle perhaps. Yeah, Olof tucks himself in that corner. It's a brutal one. Flash in. They're going to aggress, and that's what they were waiting for. It's only going to be a 1-for-1.
So far, so good for G2. They'll take that all day long, Alex. They know they've got the advantage here. There's barely any grenades left now for FaZe. 4-on-4 is absolutely fine, but Rain takes control of Pop Dog once again. Overall setup, though, looks like the outside splits. You can see Amanek and Shoxy at the end of Ivy right now. They could go backtracks. I would love that. They're going to do it as well. They can go backtracks now and focus towards inside and really punish Neo. But Guardian, oh, he's seen it all before, Alex. He's seen these tricks. He'll be ready for it, and that might shut down any plans they had.
I think he caught a glimpse. He was holding the cross from Ivy this exact angle. I think he saw Shox's toes just as he strafed across.
It would have been a really nice approach. They're going to have to cancel it and just go outside, see what they can do. Nothing too tactical now. They're going to boost and actually get Amanek out of the Ivy. 3 versus 3.
He's got 2 things to worry about. He could have his back turned. Yes, no, never mind. Nico, even indecision doesn't stop him from fragging, and he's going to find the second as well. Kenny gone. We've got ourselves an 8-7 half. It doesn't get much closer than that. 2 huge teams in Counter-Strike at the moment. Both fallen from grace somewhat and now on the return. It is similar storylines for both of them. Stacked names in this roster, and well, FaZe perhaps more so. Of course, we do have Jax, Lucky, Amanek still forging their path in Counter-Strike, but the fact they're keeping it so close, we're going to see how this one plays out.
I fed up when you fell down, but we stayed in flight. I'm laughing to myself, cause I know that I can't deny. I can't find what you can't hide right inside my mind. What I do right now. What I do right now for you.
The ESL Pro League Season 9 Finals. We're on the stage, it's playoff time. And our first quarter-final, FaZe versus hometown heroes G2. The French put up a spectacular first half. I'm Machine, he's Henry, and we're into the pistol.
Sacre bleu, Alex. Here we go. G2 up 8-7. That's about all the French have got, by the way. That was it. I thought that was pretty good for the beginning of the second half here. I just want to reiterate those 8 rounds on your T side, no less, is very good, but it's not a lock-in by any stretch. We're going to see Nico with that P250, of course, with the armor as well. The absolute star of this team, looking to crack things open outside. You know he's going to land this shot. Here it comes eventually. Eventually, Alex. That's so unfortunate. He's going to be gutted with that.
Oh my god, a full clip gone. No body gone just yet. Kenny does find Olofmeister, and Amanek's there as well. Jax, he just has to finish what his teammates have started. There is Nico on E-Box. Neo pushing towards green. FaZe are starting to back away out of this one, and you can see why, because they're both oh so low. This round looks good for G2. So good.
Yeah, you do well to lose at this stage. You'd have to really try your best with low HP. I'm not sure. Like the P250, it's bought for that range, but it's a difficult shot still, right? And he's wiggling, ducking and weaving, and unless you connect a couple of headshots within the first 5 bullets, and you're really kind of just going for the body shots there, hoping you're just hitting the torso. That was so unfortunate. Like I said for Nico, I expect him to hit that like 99% of the time. That seemed like his sort of shot. If we get the bomb down here for Guardian, that wouldn't be the worst case scenario though. Shox, the fact he's going to connect, he could be able to deny it.
He's so low. He's going to have to just sneak across and hope. Oh, no.
No chance.
Yeah, nice work from Shox. He got there in time. Ooh! Guardian was the plan.
All right, Guardian.
Shuts down the aggression from Shox, upgrades to the USP. Perhaps there's still some twists and tails in this tale. Kenny says no.
That's enough, though.
Yeah, that's huge.
That
Bomb
was
down.
So much more than he was worth. You get Shox, he's going to be a bit gutted with that one. That was hook, line, and sinker. He knew he had to get that bomb planted. There was a chance a close CT was there just to defend that objective. 15 HP, makes it out. Perfect headshot and gets everyone on his team an extra $800. Now, had they have got 3 kills there, I would say there's a strong chance they buy it with 2 AKs here. It's still a possibility, but it wouldn't be as strong.
Oh, dear.
And I think we have... Okay, well, maybe I have. All right, you're right. In the future, I won't ruin the surprises. We have got the buy coming out. The bomb planted is such a massive deal on a map like Train because you can bring out rifles here. Like I said, 3 kills is the absolute optimal. You're going to have a couple of players now, though, with no armor. That's Rain and Neo. But you've got Nico, Olofmeister, Guardian with rifles, 2 of which are Kriegs. They arguably have the upper hand in some of the firepower duels here. We'll see if Nico can open things up.
Starts strong. It's a big fight. Traded by Kenny, though. He needed more than one. 1 rifle of 3 gone from FaZe Clan. Perhaps it could be scavenged away by the unarmored Rain or Neo, but it is in the open T-Con. Kenny's going to have his eyes on it. So the jig is up. They know there's a rifle in play. It's filled the kill feed, courtesy of Nico. FaZe, they look to start to regroup, and actually I think Shox is going to be very grateful for that one. A gift sent to him by his Bosnian friend.
Ooh, it's all slowing down here. This is when it gets a bit tense. Just to shout out Neo while we got some time here, Alex. He was the lowest rated remaining player of this tournament coming into this map. He has stepped up so far, right? Like that inside bomb set play, he has done a great job. In comparison, Rain was just beneath him at number 29 of the remaining players. He still is having a very quiet game here. So FaZe down, but not out. But some of the big names do need to start stepping up here to be lucky. Perfect smoke, 35 seconds on the clock. FaZe Clan might have to reconsider their options here. They do set up for grenades towards inside, but this could be a bit of a fake from Guardian. I can see them going back towards Pop Dog. I think he'll smoke lower ramp. Bit of a desperate fake, maybe send 1 player in, go back towards outside. It's not clear right now.
What do you do? Just Olofmeister, really. As Guardian's holding back just a little bit further. Amnek's going to clear Ivy's 15 seconds. FaZe, what's...
Oh, the timing's okay, actually. They could get out here.
They are starting to charge. Onto the site they go. Bombs in the hands of Rain. That's all he has to do is get that bomb down. The rest have to frag, and Neo's made the FAMAS work. Found it on the floor. And now Shox is gone. Amanek on this flank. Lucky's already found 1 on the close. This should be fine for the French as they start to stalk from behind. The element of surprise still there. Neo into Pop Dog. That's a strong position, though, and I'm not sure if he caught a glimpse of the weapon. Guardian would have to react fast when Amanek makes his appearance. No chance. Good precision from the Frenchman. Newest addition to G2, now on the hunt, and Rain has to do more. No, the bomb's being defused. Neo can't touch it. Amanek's keeping him controlled, and hang on, no time. And no life left. Neo gets shut down, and we've got ourselves 10-7. G2 coming into the CT half hot. 2 defuses though. Take note, that bomb keeps going down.
Yeah, it wasn't clear who was going to win that round at all. FaZe, they made the best of a really difficult situation there. The fact they were getting ready towards inside and you see that smoke drop at the 35-second mark, that is a death sentence. You can't go through anymore. If you go for a great screen, you know, a player like anyone's on the other side with a rifle, you know, like it's going to be difficult for them to even trade out the kill. You have to go back towards the outside area, hope for the best. They got the bomb down, comes right to the wire, but not quite enough. And it will be Nico here with the Krieg, though. Shoxy opening things up. That's Guardian. Nico has to respond, and he's waiting for the readjustment, the reposition here from the in-game leader of G2. There it is. Takes him down. 4 versus 4. Can Nico find anything more? And you can see him really doing well with scope weapons now.
So is Jax. Quick return, and that's the weapon gone. FaZe's chances dwindle. Neo, he's picked it up, but no Kevlar. If an AWP with no armor is a glass cannon, this is a glass blunderbuss.
I like that.
He's gone. Jax, another frag from this man. He's been having a great round, a great map, I should say. I think he's top of the scoreboard. Yeah, 16 alongside Kenny.
And the opening frags he's been getting, right? On those rounds, they've been, quote-unquote, stealing away.
Yes.
Deagles only, no armor, no nades. He's been doing great. Speaking of greatness, here comes Olaf Meister, but Lucky on the T-steps flank will lock him in. That's the bomb down, so any excitement, any chance he had is completely eradicated. Guardian, I don't want to keep harping on about it, but he is 6 and 13. We're getting to the closing stages now. He brings out the AWP on the T side for the first time. We need to see some opening picks now. This is his map. This is his territory. We need a big performance to get them back in this game. 11-7 down, but still plenty of opportunities to get back into it.
FaZe, I love the idea. Put the weapon in Nico's hands. He finds 2. That's all the ingredients for a chance. The chance taken away from you by the man there. Jax, a huge defensive round from him. So, Guardian, pressure on him to try and find a way in through Ivy, likely going to be smoked off and gives him a chance to perhaps find a gap. He jumps over it, which will enable him to get no info. Bullets from Olaf do connect on towards Lucky.
This is what you call the classic default, Alex. Just trying to see if there's any picks available. As you mentioned, those couple of kills from Nico did make things a little bit more expensive here. If G2 do give this round up, they're going to be very low on resources. We've got an MP9 still for Shox here, 2100 in reserve, but that's a fine weapon for a position like the Pop Dog. Neo showing some sound cues there, just trying to bait out an incendiary, an HE, anything he can really just before he commits and tries to get down there with a teammate. They've got a read here. Something's getting set up. Something spicy from G2 is about to be dropped.
They seem to have a very good understanding of what's going on. All stacked up on the outside site, smoking to pop just as they walk past it. And it is going to be falling on to one man on your screens. Lucky if they go inner.
It's a strong spot. It's good for one and staying alive. That's all he can really do here. It will give up a bomb plant. He's made a great call, but he needs at least 1 kill upon entry here, Lucky.
So many smokes, 3 flashes raining in. They're going to cross to the site. There's no Neo here. Now it's Lucky's turn to show us how to hold this site. It's a bit more of a passive approach, and Nico's already through the smoke. The smoke he threw.
Oh, they haven't planted yet.
Guardian, he could do damage. He could do so much damage. He's already been shut down, and Shox from behind with that MP9. The bomb did go down on his watch, but tags up Neo before he falls. Now 3v2. The French at a disadvantage. Rain caught in transition. He's right in the middle of the site. Where are they going?
I think they're going to have to call it on this one.
Giving it up?
On the retake, yeah, it's just not worth it. They've got a huge, nice lead here. They got 11-7 up. Sure, that was a round that was difficult. They took that gamble outside. We saw them setting up what I assume will be like some main entrance aggression just to get that intel towards Popdog as well. They were setting up for an intel gathering mission there, but unfortunately for them, FaZe timed it to perfection. Inside play, like we said, very simple once again. Couple of smokes, flashes in, and it's the upper ramp play from Nico. Once that smoke's down, the CTs can't really justify investing a lot of resources focusing that area. You're going to have to assume no one's coming through it. Lower ramp, you're by yourself. You need to try and deny the plant. Nico knows that. He pushes through, gets the only inside player there. They give it a slight go on the retake. It was a decent chance with Shoxy's flank with the MP9. Really liked more of a pounce from him. It seemed like he was a little bit too tentative. He could have ran around the corner, gone for 2, denied the plant.
Blazing.
The only way he could have won the round if he denies that plant. I don't think he really fully committed to it. He just wanted to get the 1 kill and fall back, maybe upgrade the weapon. I would have preferred the balls to the wall play, but it didn't come through.
Fair enough. Lead extended by G2 for the first 3, but now it's FaZe Clan's first on their attack. And what worked there was hitting towards the inner site. They took their time though, tried to keep the CTs all grouped up. How much was that? How much of that was FaZe and how much of that was just G2? Would the same strat work again? Full buy. Doesn't get better than this. Olaf still on the Krieg.
Absolutely true. 3 players making 4, heading towards those brown halls, so you don't have to commit to inside off this. The flashbang just to get off any CT aggression towards that area, but it doesn't cover the upper ramp. The Molotov does. You want to throw that every single round just to disable any AWPers getting that position. If you allow that to happen, Alex, it means you can have 1 player inside and 4 outside, so you just can't let that be a thing.
It's too much info. Oh, and the toes.
Little booties.
Of Rain. He'd have just trimmed his toenails this morning.
Exactly. He would have been fine.
Shock's going to be on the receiving end of a whole lot of utility. He's blinded and they've seen him. Jax actually does go down to Rain. They're on the way inside again. Shox, what can you do? Close quarters with the AWP. The no-scope's not happening. Kenny and Amanek, they're already a bit late, but if they could just catch Rain on this bomb from behind, yes, his back is turned. The bomb did go down in the process, though. Nico, what was that from Kenny?
That's insane. He might have saved the round. It was looking so desperate here. The Molotov on towards the bomb itself. Is there a smoke to extinguish? That's not, so it's going to be 7 seconds now. They can't go near it. They have got the kit, but they still have 2 kills to find.
Amanek, he's not going to be expecting this. Olaf's just lurking in the smoke. Perhaps he is. Casts his gaze that way.
Oh.
And the French. Then Kenny primarily. 3 huge frags a second. I want to see that one again.
Yeah, we have to. Kenny S is...
He gets an AWP out of it as well, no worries.
What a god, man. He's finding that form once again. This is exciting gameplay from him. It's no longer just average, pretty good sniping last year like it's been. It's actually back to being a world-class player, making ridiculous plays, and now with the AUG in his hand, he gets the full 180. That first kill, a little bit of a struggle, but this second one, anything but. Watch this. Boom. Get him out of here. See you later, Nico. He was in a prime position to win the round as well. They're going for the defuse. He's watching towards upper. Huge round for G2 to win.
Did everything that was needed of him. Looking to do the same again. Nico, this time he's going to... Oh, he had an opportunity.
Going it. I was going to say, that's a brave move to go back in off that.
Fires off the warning shot, and the AWP will be swapped back into Guardian's grasp. Kenny, though, look at him. If he goes just a little bit further, he finds that bomb. This could destabilize everything. There is a split towards Brown Halls, Ivy. Kenny, he's holding this. Depends. This is now, where does Guardian go once he picks up this bomb?
He'll go main entrance. He has to, but he is aware. It's not his first rodeo.
Kenny v Guardian. Guardian prevails. A huge frag.
So historically, in terms of the mid-rounds, Guardian, it's always bested Kenny S. But when it comes down to the clutches, that's where Kenny shines. So this does make sense, and it bodes very well as this game develops. A 5-on-4. Great play from Kenny to get in that position. But Guardian, like I said, absolute veteran. He knows all the tendencies of his rival, and he'll get that opening kill. A big one to find.
He was so ready for that. Guardian had, like, no question.
He almost left the bomb there like a bit of a bait, you know. He's like, here you go, boys. Come hold this position. Come have a look.
Nico trying to clear out main. Does find Jax precise. Another one there. In the meantime, the French do fight back. It was lucky with his SMG. Amanek keeping them locked out. There's another looking to dart away. He's getting shot from both sides. Olaf has emerged from Ivy, but Amanek's managed to reposition and find him, leaving Nico alone. 20 seconds. Nico, this looks almost impossible. The smoke towards Pop Dog's going to give him 1 fight. Softens up Lucky with the nade. He's having a really good go with this one. 10 seconds looking for the safest place to plant. Caught a glimpse of one. His teammates are going to call it. He's going to fake and peek. Has to hit it. And Amanek, a huge round from him. Down to 3, but runs away with 3.
Nico looked so dangerous though there. It's the fact he gets that strong nade towards Pop Dog, that's dissuaded any CT pins are coming in. He's going to hide behind that smoke. He's going to hope his teammate carries him through the round. The fake plant with 7 seconds left. Of course, the CT's going to react off it. If he gets that kill, Nico wins that. He definitely wins it. He was so unlucky there. He played it to perfection. A really strong play, but unfortunately couldn't quite find the shot that was all important. And it'll be 13-8. FaZe with almost nothing here. They've got that hero AK for Nico, and the way he's playing right now, I don't mind that at all. Let's see whether he can cause some chaos as he heads towards inner once again, waiting for the sniper to peek. It's going to be lucky of the HE. It looks like a good one too. Takes Rain down at 66. And it'll all slow down for now, and they do not want to fire off any AK bullets until there's a kill available, and when they get it, they're pouncing wherever they find that pick. They're not going to fall back. They're just going to send 5 players in.
There's the flash. Lucky's going to try and find a safe haven. Shock's already taken down Neo.
We go.
Lucky, it's a similar situation. The bomb's not going down, but the bodies are FaZe. They're falling apart at the seams. Just Guardian, he's gone too. Lovely little hold. Just the loss of Kenny S, and it's not going to cost too much at all. 14-8 in the timeout makes sense. Since the second of the game, we're only into map 1.
I'm really enjoying this. G2 taking the first map against FaZe Clan. We got Dust 2 next on the most exciting maps to watch FaZe on. It's going to be a great series, Alex. We're in France. G2 are back.
I know, right?
It's got everything. It's the perfect recipe.
Oh, I'll tell you how this recipe gets better. The cherry on top, Inferno third.
Oh, you're so right as well. We've got a great map pool. We've got great storylines. G2 looking hot on their map pick. They're not electrifying on Dust 2, so FaZe should take that. Then Inferno, the great decider, where FaZe have looked very up and down recently. Like, we remember their CT side, the B-bomb side. Yep. That was a mess for them. They know it. They didn't even know what was going on that side of the map. This could go 3 maps, and it could be some overtimes and hopefully some fireworks in there as well.
You can only certainly hope so. 2 rounds away now for G2 to close out map 1.
Oh, here we go. No double AWP set up on the G2 side. I don't think that was working out for him. Kenny seems to be doing a great job by himself. As soon as Shoxy picks it up, that's when he seems compromised. Kenny has missed the first and doesn't cost him his life, but Jax will be dropped in the process. 5 on 4, but FaZe have had many of these opening kills that have not been converted.
Kenny's just going to have to apologize through fragging, as Jax fell due to that tough, admittedly, but missed shot all the same. FaZe very spread out here. They're hoping to see G2 with that loss of a man. They have to try and fill some gaps, push in, and look at that from Neo. Doesn't cost him anything, but he gets the info. 1 of 4 is in pop. Shox realizes that position for gone and decides to get the hell out of dodge. Amanek responsible for Ivy. And a bit of a 4-0 split. No one's on B. It looks like they are going to be sending him a little bit late to the party. Lucky returns to his site.
Well, this is going to be the gamble stack, Alex. This is when G2 are putting all their eggs in the proverbial B bomb site basket.
That's lovely. Yeah. B bomb site basket.
all the alliteration you could think of there. This is, well, they're going to accept the round. If it goes towards A, they'll give it up. They'll let them have it. And it's going to be an outside play. This is just Rain showing presence towards inner. You can see no one with him. This one's to try and find a kill. Doesn't get it. And they'll go towards outside now. But with that kill, they actually consider it now. They've actually got themselves back in the round, it seems. So they're actually going to try and reposition, see what they can do with it. They've got time now.
Amanek through the molly. I think Olaf's going to hurt that. He did get 1 tick, but I don't think so. Back still turned. The Swede could be in trouble. Amanek through the smoke. He gets 1. Tags Nico. It's traded. 3 versus 3. Rain dying early before the hit was in on the inner outside bomb site. Could have caused this to go awry. Neo, he's about to meet Kenny S as this walk, or is he? Oh, and like ships in the night, either side of the train. They walk past each other. Shox quite the opposite. From behind, he executes Guardian.
Yeah, but Neo's got himself in a fantastic spot. That's 2 snipers removed and a rifler to boot. It's in-game leader Shoxy in the 2 versus 1. He's been here many times before. Couple of flashbangs to work with here. If he can get it, it's map point. What a great shot that is. Could go with the full defuse here. Not going to commit. Neo up against him now, and he's blinked. He has to fall back. The full defuse had to be his, but the bomb so far gone, it wasn't really a viable option. Even if he hits that great second shot, he wouldn't have won the round, but still, it would have been a statement. Either way, he's going to save the AWP, and FaZe get through by the skin of their teeth. 1 player surviving, $3,500 per player for winning the round by explosion. Sure, the fact you get the AWP save, that's great, but you're going to find yourself now in a difficult spot. There's going to be compromise in terms of utility. Rain has 3,500 on the nose. Olaf Meister 38, so they're going to need drops here. They might want to take a timeout and consider their options.
They're going to be getting this one worked out. Lovely shot and angle from Shox. The fact that he jiggles it and just finds that safe headshot angle, glorious work from him. Backs away, saved the AWP as well. And no nades to be seen for 2 members of FaZe Clan. Just a flashbang on the back pocket of Guardian.
Yeah, so that's what Shox has done at least. And if they can win this round, 15-9, GG. So he's at least set some foundations down for the future. It wasn't all in vain.
Well, speaking of low utility, take a look at the CT.
It's a very similar story there. You are right. Absolutely true.
That's brutal. No mollies, no smokes, really. Just the 2 of them on Kenny and Jackson. We can see a bit of a CT lean, a rather aggressive lean towards B site. Same can't be said for FaZe. They're the ones to decide where this battle will occur. To Pop Dog, Olaf. We saw the French do something similar, trade off, send them as a pair. Flash causes Shox to just beg for cover. There are so many bodies coming towards his direction. And now the call is made. He has to find one. He does. My goodness. Keeps it level.
One might be enough there. They had to buy time. Remember, there's a 3-man push inside. The backstab coming in from Pop. They're ready for it. Are they? The timing is unbelievable. Guardian's going to be so frustrated.
Oh, no.
Nico needs to make up for it here, Alex, but he hasn't. It's left Rain, Olaf Meister in such a compromised position. If they give this round up, it's going to cost them the map completely.
It's time to step up. He's only got 6 frags in so many rounds, and Olaf Meister alongside Rain. Just a flashbang now. 3v2. Lucky's gone. Keeping it level. He needs another. Jack's low. It's all on Olaf. Time is on his side. Jack is going to go down. No kits. This should be the round. He takes his time. He doesn't need to check the bomb just yet. And he's done it. Just like that, Olaf Meister secures 10. A sigh of relief for FaZe fans worldwide.
Absolutely. This is really getting somewhere now. G2 can't pick up the round that would have ended it all. Like I said, just the finances alone, that would have been enough. But Kenny saves the AWP. That's always enough to win a round. We've talked about this all week. Oscar has that potential in Hellraisers right now, right? Kenny, that's the way he's playing these days. He can carry around with P250s around and 1 AWP. It does mean he has to be more combative in general. He can't hold a defensive line. We want to see him pushing either towards upper ramp, maybe the end of Ivy, even pushing towards our main entrance is viable as well. But there is a second school of thought of maybe he just wants to guarantee saving it for the next gun round as well.
Sure.
So that's why they'll take the timeout just to discuss their options. But it is FaZe that have called for it. So they're the ones still maybe a little bit rattled at this point. They are trailing 14-10 down.
Let's not forget the coach Yanko as well wants to have an opportunity to chime in. He only gets it during those timeouts.
Indeed.
Perhaps an observation, perhaps a call, perhaps just saying, guys, play on.
Well, Alex, they've won the last 2 gun rounds. There's been 3 opening kills for Nico, and they've converted 2 of those. So he has been the linchpin of this operation, as usual. He is so good at AK-47. That's why you want him at all times. Kenny, yes, very important part of the G2 machine. Currently set on 19 kills himself. He has the AWP in hand.
And we're off.
And we've got USPs and the AWP. If he wins this round 4, like I said, aggressive play is an option. He's chosen towards Ivy. If he gets his first kill, there's a chance the bomb goes down.
He might have a flash from his teammate. Doesn't need it. It's dry. And now FaZe, they should have the advantage. He's been caught off guard, and it's gone oh so wrong. The castle comes tumbling down. The MAC-10 from Neo caught Amanek as well. And this investment, this is the round. Just like that, you put all your proverbial eggs, as Henry likes to say, into that basket. Not going to happen this time.
Well, there it is. So exactly as I mentioned, you've got a few options on the beginning of the map. You could sit back at the backtracks there and hope they run into you with an execution, but in that sort of round, I like it. You're Kenny S, right? You want to show the world what you can do. You're going to be pushing Ivy. You're trying to get that first kill and snowball. That's why he had a secondary player with him, the USP. If he does get the kill, they've got 2 guns there. All of a sudden, they could actually have a chance of winning the round. Fortunately, 3 players there. Even if he got 1, it probably was going to end up in the same way. But still a nice idea. They have lost the orb. Objective now, try and get that back, but very unlikely. Should be sprayed down by Nico, who's in a prime position to get all 3 kills here. Guardian might be able to get 1 for him as well. He does only get the 1. There's Guardian and the FaZe clans in the arena. They're brave wearing the jerseys here.
Well, it's good to see them.
I respect it.
Fair play. American flags on their chest. Maybe they're on holiday.
Maybe. Why not?
Maybe.
South of France, beautiful part of the world.
Yeah, I wouldn't blame them. We've been having a great time by the pool.
Oh, we really have. Invented new sports.
Yep, brand new sport coming to screens shortly. More to come on that one as the series progresses.
Yeah, stay tuned for the second map. You're not going to want to miss that information.
Oh, yes.
There we go. Double orb setup then. An adjustment for G2. Remember, it's Shoxy on that secondary orb. I haven't liked that setup too much so far. It's a classic G2 stance. They've kind of moved away from it. Amanek, there was secondary orb only a couple of weeks ago in Dallas. We'll see if that's going to be beneficial here. Shoxy will be now looking to find round 15. Amanek will be close towards that server position in Ivy and Nico, as usual. Everyone knows what position he plays and how he plays them, but taking him down is a different thing altogether.
So Kenny going to be flashing Amanek and Jax through. It looks like he's posturing for it. Yeah, Olaf's going to be on the receiving end. He's not playing anti.
So they want to throw that flash just as the smoke goes down, so you can't even turn from it. See that? Olaf doesn't have any idea it's coming through.
Just emerges through the smoke. They don't have to worry about it as it depletes. And now a huge way to start a round. Looking like 15 here. The French, they're filling the kill feed. Kenny 2. Technically 3, that flash was all him too. Jax, he's going to be there alongside Kenny, and it's just the two of them. Holding hands and skip into the 15th round.
Absolutely, that's a really nice round there. Kenny, yes, he's just taking his set up to 22. So let's look at the comparison right now. We've got Train and Dust 2 coming up. 2 of the most iconic AWP maps of all time.
Yep.
You've got 2 of the biggest AWPers of Counter-Strike history, I would say, at this point. We have got Kenny S, 22 frags, 13 deaths, getting 3 Ks, getting his team rounds on the board time and time again. Guardian, he's had a couple of opening picks against Kenny, but overall he's had on 9 kills, 20 deaths. That is not going to be good enough to keep up with them. They need Guardian to come online in these 2 particular maps. It's a massive problem for FaZe, as they now need 4 rounds in a row cleanly just to take us to overtime here on Train. I'm not sure this is going to be possible. The money's going to be tight as it is. There's 2 pistols out for Rain and Neo. We have 3 AK-47s, so this is what I'm talking about. A masterclass for one of the all-time greats who's having a resurgence in 2019 and showing us he's still got it. Great shots here as well. That's not everyday stuff there, Alex. No. That is just really precise, perfect movement, textbook Counter-Strike.
But his movement is so indicative of him. Yeah. Like, you see these little bunny hops, little jumps. He's kind of, or every time before he's aiming in, he's just repositioned just that extra little bit. Very, very spicy when on form. You don't get him all the time, but when you do, it's spicy as hell. The Vindaloo of Counter-Strike AWP.
Indeed. So like we said, 2 pistols, bare bones utility, 3 smokes at the 1 minute 30 mark. And this is as good a chance of any to close it out.
Love that Molotov, but they're ahead of it. Rain give Jax exactly the same taste of his own medicine. A fast Desert Eagle opener. Could this be the way in for FaZe? They have AKs as a supporting act. And Olaf is already connected onto Amanek. Kenny, he's in trouble. He can't stop that. And they're not actually holding it. And that does make things a bit awkward. Kenny's going to try and back away. USP in hand. He's paid a heavy price. This is just going to be surely give up, keep hold of those double AWPs.
Their money's not great. And it's another bitter pill to swallow, apparently. We had the opening Deagle kill. That was absolutely true. Rain somehow finds that. But that's the snowball effect I'm talking about with those pistols and those faster approaches. You get that 1 kill, you get another rifle. You got the aim stars of FaZe behind him with a couple of smokes as well. You might as well give it up. You've got a double AWP setup, which is the strongest setup on Train, but it does have its vulnerabilities. If you give up quick kills like that, bomb goes down early, you're better off saving this heavy artillery and taking it for the next round. Right. And that's exactly what G2 are going to do here. So FaZe, that was a difficult one. Only 3 rifles, but they don't lose a single player, and they managed to build up a massive bank now. 5 rifles taken to the next round, and they'll have all the bells and whistles for round number 28.
It's a perfect display of that risk versus reward.
Yes.
Rain, if he goes for that and dies, the round's pretty much over.
Indeed.
Gets that and wins it. My goodness, that round is pretty much over, but in favor of FaZe. 12-15. Overtime, it's a possibility, and the fans certainly think so. We've got a nice divided crowd. I'm seeing FaZe, I'm seeing Liquid, and I'm definitely seeing G2 jerseys in that crowd.
It's good to see French CS is back somewhere. We've got Vitality kicking ass right now.
It's been a while, man. They just disappeared, went on holiday.
Yeah, G2 back in quarterfinals here. Maybe a semi with this performance so far. But let's have a look if Kenny S and the reposition towards the lower round for the first time, no less, will be enough. Rain doesn't seem to think so, but the AWP will fire and it's given up its spot now. If you're quick, you want to be focusing towards outside. You know Kenny is isolated towards that position, and he's the deadliest member of G2 at this point.
Rain, that's back-to-back rounds. He's found a way in for FaZe Clan. One with the Deagle. It's still in its holster. He used the AUG for this one, and actually, he's going to be throwing away that weapon. Doesn't want any retrieval missions going on. So Olaf's left, I was going to say, alone on Ivy. He has the support of Neo. Looks like they are going to look to try and at least vie for some control, but Amanek pushed up, swings as the nade is thrown. That's huge. Not another. Oh, Amanek, you beast! Single-handedly could have just brought home 16 for G2, just like that.
These are the plays they need to close this one out.
Wow.
Kenny has to be tested. He's been phenomenal so far, Alex. A couple more kills should do it from him. He sits himself on the bomb site right now. Jax will assist. Kenny S just playing to deny the plan at this stage. Guardian knows he has to do something quite special. AK-47 in hand. Nico, oh my goodness, the awareness is absolutely perfect. Gets the kill. Execution in the side of the head. 35 seconds here.
Where's
Guardian
the bomb going? Where's
is
the bomb?
isolated, but the bomb, it has gone down, but he can still win this. 1 versus 1. Bomb down towards Pop Dog, and Guardian, he has 8 HP, 20 seconds, and Shoxy has lost track.
Shoxy's only got the AWP. That low health is irrelevant at this point unless he switches to the USP. He's looking for the bomb. 15 seconds, he's got it. He's going to run straight back into the inner sight.
He's got time.
12. Shox, if he gets this angle, it should be GG. He's going to get there in time, just at the same time. Oh, dear, that's 16-12. G2, Amanek found the way into it. 1v1, heroic effort from Guardian. That's just map 1. And G2, they take their map pick. We're going to FaZe's territory next.
That's a map victory with conviction as well. They weren't sitting back. They weren't scared there. They're pushing towards position. They're trying to find those closing kills. They're making the individual plays that will rattle the offense of FaZe there. And it's Amanek that finds